Arguing for the end of adult marijuana prohibition is easy because we have facts, science, reason, compassion, evidence, truth, and logic on our side. It is even easier when researchers catalog it all for us. Learn how to gather the facts on marijuana use, arrests, seizures, rehabs, drug tests, and more in this edition of Drug War Data Mining. Welcome back, everyone. 22 after the hour, and the new 2-year state-level numbers from the National Survey on Drug Use and Health came out last month, and judging by the reaction of the news media, it seems legalization of marijuana in Colorado and Washington has turned everyone there into bong-toting pot zombies, shuffling endlessly in search of strains! The headline in the International Business Times, quote, marijuana use jumps in Colorado, making it second highest across the U.S. Associated Press, their headline, Colorado stoners storm up U.S. marijuana user rankings. Washington state use surges 20%. Oh, frightening. But when you look closer at the numbers from this 2012 National Survey on Drug Use and Health, there are some remarkable surprises that most of the news media missed in their hurry to report that legalization increased marijuana use. So for analysis, I entered all the figures from 2010-2011 and the new 2012-2013 into a spreadsheet. Then I color-coded the states, green for the pot states, light green for the medical states that have home grow, green text for the medical states that don't have home grow, and then red text for everyone else. Basically compare the red states and the green states, and did a lot of little sorts on this spreadsheet, found some interesting data. The first thing that we found is that for all marijuana users age 12 and older, Colorado's monthly use rate jumped from 10.41% to 12.7%. The overall change in that, we're going to call that delta, the overall delta was 22%. That's the figure that the news media have salivated over. Oh my God, it went up 22% in Colorado after legalization. But if we do a descending sort on Delta for all 50 states, we get a stunning surprise. Of all the U.S. states, Georgia had the greatest increase in monthly pot use. An almost 30% increase, well above Colorado's 22%. Washington's 20% increase was tailed slightly by Missouri's almost 20% increase. Washington and Missouri had just about the same increase in their pot smoking rate. In fact, there are as many prohibition states in the top 10 with double-digit percentage increases, that would be Georgia, Missouri, Utah, and Virginia, as medical marijuana states in the top 10, Maryland, Maine, New Hampshire, and Hawaii, of the top 10 states that had the greatest increase in marijuana use. Now, one primary fear that our opponents have been using is that legalization is going to lead more kids to use. And indeed, if we look at the figures for 12 to 17-year-olds in Colorado, the monthly teen use in Colorado went up from 10.47 to 11.16. That's an increase of 6.59%. In Washington state, the monthly teen use increased by 3.81%. But if we look at the data for all 50 states, of all of them, Florida had the greatest increase in teen monthly use, a change in rate of almost 7%. Utah came in third. It went up 4.49%. And again, like the last time, there are as many red states in the top 10, Florida, Utah, Tennessee, and Louisiana, as there are medical marijuana states in the top 10, Rhode Island, Maine, New York, and Michigan. But what about the college kids? Certainly, legalization for those age 21 and older means that college seniors can score marijuana for 18-year-old freshmen, right? And indeed, Washington's monthly use rate from age 18 to 25 increased about 9%. Colorado's use for age 18 to 25 increased about 8.3%. But guess what when you look at all 50 states? That's right, Missouri Missouri actually led the nation in college-age marijuana increase at a whopping 15.74% increase, almost twice the rate of increase compared to Colorado for ages 18 to 25. And this time, only 2 medical marijuana states are in the top 10, Maryland and Maine, and 6 red states, Missouri, Louisiana, Utah, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Wyoming, made it. And half of those states beat the 2 legalized states in the rate of college-age marijuana use increase. Now, people have pointed out that Rhode Island, not Colorado or Washington, has the highest overall rate at 14%, but a major factor in why Colorado and Washington rose so much is that 6 of the top 10 states saw declines in their monthly marijuana use. That would be Alaska, Vermont, Oregon, Montana, New Mexico, and California. All saw declines in their monthly marijuana use. And it's worth noting that aside from Rhode Island, every medical marijuana state in the top 10 that allows for home cultivation saw declines in 12 and older monthly marijuana use rates. And how has this affected the border states? 6 of the 7 border states, well, of the ones that border Colorado, 3 of them, Nebraska, New Mexico, and Oklahoma, had declines in their rate of marijuana use. 4 of them, Idaho included since it's bordering Washington, had increases in their marijuana use rate. But only Utah increased amongst the kids.